Are we live?
I can't believe it, but I think we are.
No. You can't possibly be right, Alex, because there's no way we could possibly be right. And also with Andrea, I mean, there's no possible way. There's no way that could happen.
I'm pretty sure.
In fact, I can hear us. You have acted so cold and unconcerned about the harm that befell Lady Reaver. No matter, it's too late now.
We are live. Welcome. Happy Sunday, everybody. We are doing some Drak and Shadow live after...
Probably, 3 months?
Do we want to count that? A third of a year. Let's just do that. Should we just do a nice... So technically, the last time we recorded was June. Late June. So at that point...
So yeah, 3 months.
Yeah, well, 3 months.
Yeah, wasn't it before the carpet issue?
It was before
Just
the
before
carpet.
it, yes. Actually, I think we were starting to have the wet spots.
Before carpet gate.
Recording. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we haven't recorded since when we were trying to get the carpet taken care of.
Agreed. So yeah, that's definitely something that was happening. So happy Sunday and welcome back to Drak and Shadow Live, which is on my channel and will be re-uploaded to Drak and Shadow. So please stop asking me. That's literally what I can't put in 2 YouTube channels onto OBS. OBS then says no, there's no such thing as more than 1 YouTube channel.
OBS thinks it's still 2007. When everybody just had one channel.
Crap. What do they do with Bender? Where they introduced it was the Mother's Day episode where they all tried to rebel, and so Leela's like, "Oh, this is an easy thing to happen. Just throw in an unsolvable riddle, and that'll take care of all the robots." And basically, it explodes, and then another head pops up. But the reaction that Bender was like, and then 5 seconds, she's like, "Yay!" 5 seconds later, shink. Oops. So, Alex, how are you doing? I mean, it's not like we haven't talked in those 3 months,
True.
Or done other things like record podcasts. No, obviously we haven't spoken in a long time, and therefore we need to do some catching up.
Yeah.
Actually, so yeah, so we were about to start this one up, and now we are.
Yeah, now we're doing it.
I thought we got this part done. Glad to see you're ready to go, Link. Excellent. Ding. I love it.
You were too soon to do that.
Are you ready for this? Do you have your Zora armor and shock arrows? Wonderful. Ding. You never cease to amaze, Link. Now then, let us go and appease that divine beast as one. Here we go. Wait a moment. You do not yet have at least 20 shock arrows, you bastard!
Oops.
Unless you have enough shock arrows and your Zora armor, we can't possibly hope to appease the divine beast. Please hurry and gather what you need.
God damn it.
How dare you? How dare you get me excited? How dare you get the chat excited, Alex?
Oh, I'm sorry, chat.
That was so not wonderful. I need to go find like a wah, wah.
Dang it, I got a cavity. My teeth don't sparkle anymore.
There you go.
You can always get a gold tooth.
Well, I mean, we are talking Sedan here, so yeah, he could do with some bling. I didn't want to go down the bling phase, but damn it, Alex, you brought it up. So now we have to do that. So yeah, it's actually been a good couple of months to be able to record this. I promise, guys, it was not by design, because in between like all of the carpet issues and all that, then we would still have crap come up. I promise, guys, we will try to be more consistent, but I can make no promises. And if you put that bra on, damn it, Alex!
I have to. For some reason, I saved the town. They still won't let me in.
Well, it's official.
Ungrateful
We are
bastards.
no longer approved for kids. Okay, we were never approved for kids to begin with, but Alex forgot to put his bra on. Give him a second. All right. So yeah, thankfully we've had quite a bit of crap happen in the amount of time. Actually, what's funny is we were just barely talking about the wrap up of E3, and over this weekend we had a big Nintendo Direct happen.
Oh yeah, I guess we did.
So we did. There's not a whole lot to go over, but I have a feeling that there's going to be a few things that we can. Well, first of all, like, they announced a new Kirby game.
Kirby.
Is it just me, or does it feel like Kirby should have happened by now? Like, Kirby on Switch should have happened by now.
I'm surprised it hasn't. If it hasn't.
I mean, maybe because Sakurai was working on Smash.
Probably.
Like, I could have sworn I heard like he handed Kirby off to somebody because he had other things he wanted to do with Bandai Namco.
Possibly.
I don't know. So yeah, we have a new Kirby game. That's interesting. We also know that the final Smash character, yes, I got that wrong. Kazuya's not the last one. He is the second to last. The last one will be announced in October, probably in like 2 weeks. So at that point, but I can already tell you, Alex, I'm worried about that now. Because they also announced that they will also be doing a Nintendo Direct for Animal Crossing in October. And I'm worried because, you know, you have either they're separate directs or they're together and we just don't know it. And so I'm worried that the final character of Smash is going to be an Animal Crossing character. And I get that some people are going to get pissy with me about this because New Horizons was successful. I get that. But I just think it would be better to go off on a higher note with somebody like, I don't know, Ryu Hayabusa. Especially since you pissed off the Capcom fans by not allowing Dante. And instead giving him a dull little Mii fighter. Not to mention the fact that you pissed off the indie fans when you did the exact same thing to Shantae.
Yeah.
So, maybe not an Animal Crossing character. I get it. New Horizons has done well. I just think you need... Like, this is the last one. There won't be another one. We need to end on a much more epic note than that, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
So, I have that legit worry, but I know the big thing that we will probably be talking about on the podcast when we approach this is going to be the expansion of Nintendo Switch Online.
Ooh.
So they are going to expand and have an N64 channel and a Sega Genesis channel. And, well, I mean, that works out for you, Alex, because, like, a lot of the games that you've been basically begging to have access to, you will now have access to. So, for example, the one that everybody likes to remind me about in the last few days, Ocarina of Time. Because obviously Ocarina of Time's great, and if you don't like it, then you don't like Ocarina of Time, obviously. As Andrea has pointed out to me so cleverly. Shut up, Andrea. I can already feel your eyes on my neck. Seriously, this has been like my weekend ritual, Alex, where people are like, cool, Ocarina of Time's coming out. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess that's cool. And they're like, wait, why aren't you excited? Do you not like Ocarina of Time? No. I like Ocarina of Time. It's not surprising to me that they did Ocarina of Time on that. It's not. But apparently, that means I hate Ocarina of Time. So that's going to be the joke from here on in. So the launch lineup of the N64 channel, Alex. Super Mario 64. So you got your wish.
I already have the
After the
All-Stars
3D
collection.
All-Stars.
So,
Ocarina of Time. Mario Kart 64.
cool.
Star Fox 64.
Cool.
Sin and Punishment. Dr. Mario 64. Mario
Dr.
Tennis
Mario.
64. Win Back, and Yoshi's Story. Now, they have also said that they have future games, N64 games in the works. First of all, the original Banjo-Kazooie.
Nice.
Pokemon Snap.
Nice.
The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards. Mario Golf. Paper Mario, the first Paper Mario. I've had an argument with a few people of, you mean the 1,000-Year Door? No, that's GameCube. And F-Zero X. So those are going to be for N64. Sega Genesis is getting Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Streets of Rage 2, Echo the Dolphin, Castlevania Bloodlines. Fuck you, Nintendo. I had to do an emulator. Why didn't you come out with this sooner? Contra Hardcore, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine,
Why?
Golden Axe, Gunstar Heroes, Musha, Phantasy Star 4, Rystar, Shining Force, Shinobi 3, and the only shining example of Genesis does what Nintendo don't, the Genesis Strider, which is a direct arcade port.
Why only Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and not 1?
That's a very good question. I would like to answer this question by saying, look at the pretty bunny! Look at the pretty bunny! Isn't it cute, buddy? It's a cute buddy, isn't it? It's a cute... Your dad used to help me like that, too! Sorry, we got to talking about bunnies, and I thought about
Well, then
Peppy.
they might as well do the Sonic the Hedgehog collection or something.
They should do that. Look at the pretty bunny! Look at the pretty bunny! Look at the pretty bunny!
I guess wait for the GameCube channel. I don't know. This is forget it. This is why emulators exist.
Yes, yeah, pretty much. So at that point, I mean, I'm excited, obviously, because of Genesis Strider, because I love Strider, and I played this game in the arcades numerous times. So obviously having that available on the go, that's great. Okay, glad to see you're ready to go. Did you actually get ready? And there goes the ding in the teeth. All right, so I'm ready. Wonderful! You never cease to amaze, Link. Now, let us go appease the Divine Beast as one. Here we go! Gaze now upon the Divine Beast's back. It truly is marvelous. Do you see those glowing pink orbs? You will need to shoot each of them with a shock arrow. With your Zora armor, you now have the ability to ascend waterfalls, even though they're artificial. So I shall take you right up to the side of the Divine Beast, and from there you can swim up, and we're going to completely ignore any kind of blades or anything like that that's pushing the water. I know you can do it. I believe in you.
Well, waterfall's a waterfall.
Now hurry up and get on my back.
I'm ready.
The ambiguously gay duo. Shut up! Sorry, I had to make the joke. I'm unstoppable in the water. Ow! Who's just responding to our presence? I'll move away and wait for an opening. Okay, so this is actually, in my opinion, one of the better assisted invasions because of the sheer speed involved. Yes, we're going to have its ancient powers used against us, and it will hurl giant ice blocks. Whatever will you do, Alex? Oh, yeah, you have Cryonis, don't you? I love it. So they have his voice going, we're getting closer, and all that. You couldn't have had that voiced? Good Lord.
Oh, no. Let's make sure I got the arrows equipped.
Now, the downside of that is that Nintendo Switch Online is going to cost more.
Yep.
But we don't know how much, and the speculations that I'm hearing about is, like, they'll probably add an extra $5 a year. So that's not bad. The one thing I'm guaranteeing you, Alex, that I'm not going to do, and this is probably going to upset you, is I will not be buying the Nintendo Switch honorary N64 and Genesis controllers.
Okay.
I
wouldn't buy them either.
Because I'm not buying them for $50.
Yeah, that's too much.
So, yeah, sorry, guys. That's happening. Also, you know, everybody remember how excited I was? Hey, J-Rock, how you doing?
J-Rock.
You remember how excited I was when a new Metroid game got announced? You remember that there was another game that we hadn't heard from? Well, we've officially heard back. Bayonetta 3 is coming out in 2022.
That was going to be the newer Metroid you were talking about.
That one's coming out, and by the way, in 2 weeks, you guys can expect another 1 year absence of Drak Shadow Live, because I will just be hurtled into a cave. And I'll just be playing Metroid Dread endlessly. Don't joke with me, I will do it. I will do it.
Wait,
Metroid is just a game I love.
What, you gonna beat it in a day or so?
Maybe. I don't need sleep when there's Metroid. I don't know. I'm just saying, man. Once Metroid comes out, like that's gonna be my focus from there on in, at least for 2 months. Four tops. Six
Ow.
tops. 6 tops, and then I'm good. So yeah, that's happening. Splatoon 3 is coming out, and it's actually going to be bringing out another single-player campaign, which a lot of Splatoon fans are very happy about. Now, could you please consider bringing the original Splatoon campaign from the Wii U to the Switch?
Allergic to some or something. I haven't seen some.
You're allergic to wonderful. That's what you're allergic to. Any kind of teeth sparkle, and you're allergic to it. So another expansion was announced for Monster Hunter Rise. That's awesome. Animal Crossing will get its own direct. Obviously, Mario Party Superstars is going to be seeing the return of a lot of old maps. So you guys can look forward to that. This part. Okay. So Miyamoto announced the cast of the new Mario movie.
Yeah, I heard that.
Look, the water spouting from Rota has slowed down. I wonder if it's got some gas. You wanted to venture inside, right? I'll bring you closer. We're counting on you, hero. Do good work in there. Otherwise, you will be anti-marvelous. So, shall we just go ahead and call out the elephant in the room?
Okay.
It's me, Star-Lord!
Here we are. Looks like this is where the real work starts.
Again,
Best
why
of luck.
didn't you pay?
Nice job cutting off the water flow from this divine beast.
It's not like he's not coming back in Breath of the Wild 2. Unless you're gonna say he's dead. Is he dead?
I'll see you back at Zora's domain. Farewell.
And just so if people actually ask, this is Divine Beast 3 that we're doing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we haven't done Rudania yet.
right.
So yeah, we have Chris Pratt as Mario,
Mhm.
which is making me laugh because I like the prospect. It's an interesting cast.
Finish the job.
It actually makes me want to go check out movies like Onward and see how well he did in them. So we have Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach, Charlie Day as Luigi, Keegan-Michael Key as Toad, Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong,
God.
and this is actually the weirder cast in my opinion, but I'm not against it. Jack Black will be playing Bowser.
Wow, okay.
Donkey Kong is in this movie.
Yes, and he will be played by Seth Rogen. Now, Charles Martinet is going to be in the movie. They just haven't announced who he's going to be.
Just probably a one-off cameo.
Probably.
Why would they put Donkey Kong in it?
Because Donkey Kong.
Because at this point, Donkey Kong is considered part of the Mario canon.
Oh,
He has been since the beginning, so.
He technically has.
well,
yes.
that's true, but it just seems odd.
No, what's odd about that is that little Seth Rogen is going to play him.
What's odd is they think they can make a story out of Mario to fill up 90
See,
minutes of screen time.
This is where...
Which J-Rock?
Yes, J-Rock, you got Skyward Sword. I saw that. Awesome.
Way to go, J-Rock.
Go try it out, man. So I have a feeling, and some people that that listen to the podcast agree with me on this sentiment. See, Alex was super excited about the Sonic movie, whereas I never joined that bandwagon. Like, I went and saw it, and I just thought it was okay, but I never joined that bandwagon. And so at that point, everybody thinks that this is going to now be the universal opposite of that, where I'm going to be super excited about Mario, and you're going to be on the negative train on this one. So that'll be very interesting to see if it happens, but... yeah, the internet needs to get over the fact that Chris Pratt was cast as Mario, because I'm sick and tired of seeing TikTok montages of women crying because Chris Pratt is playing Mario, which apparently now means that because he's Christian, he is therefore anti-gay, and therefore Nintendo is as well. Because, they're associated.
I'm less bothered by that. I'm just more bothered by the dumb celebrity casting that they felt the need to do.
I will give you that. Like, Keegan-Michael Key, that's a weird casting for Toad. Because, I mean, what? Are we just going to hear Keegan-Michael Key going, "Hey, Mario! Like, is that going to be what he does? Seth Rogen, he's a little dude. I don't see him playing Donkey Kong. Maybe Diddy Kong, but not Donkey Kong. And Jack Black, I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm not against it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, it's just as weird and outlandish as Jim Carrey playing Robotnik.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't necessarily agree with the performance like everybody else does, but the consensus is he was amazing. So it's just like, okay, so this is the left hook that people are wondering about. I will say that there's less to work with Bowser than there is Robotnik. So I wonder what Jack Black is going to do about that. Also, this is another funny one. So we announced the KOTOR remake for PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
They also officially announced that the original Knights of the Old Republic will be making its way to Switch in November. So if you want to play the original, you can. It's a big-ass game. Clear out your hard drive. And then these are actually the cool ones, in my opinion. So we had 3 games, I believe, that got announced at this Direct and were available that day. The first one was, did you ever play the Super Nintendo game ActRaiser?
No.
Okay. So it was like an early Square endeavor. It's kind of like a world-building game and also kind of like an action game. They decided to remake it and put that out. So the remastered version came to Switch, and it was out that day. So you could check it out.
Okay, cool.
You also had the Castlevania Advance Collection, which took 4 Castlevania games and put them into a collection. The 3 Game Boy Advance titles, so Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, and Aria of Sorrow. And then here is the weird one. They took the original Super NES Dracula X and put it in there. You know, the crappy one. The one that got the hatchet job to it.
Right.
Not the original Rondo of Blood that everybody loves. No, the crappy SNES version. It's official. Konami just doesn't like making money.
They do. They just don't.
They just don't want to make it the way the fans want them to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the consensus right now is that everybody is mad because there's been such a demand to put Symphony of the Night on Switch. And they just think the 4th game should have been Symphony of the Night, considering it was the genesis of all the Metroidvania handheld Castlevania games.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they decided not to do that. So, but yeah, that's out. Let's see, what was the third one? I can't remember. Oh, yes. No, never mind. That wasn't it. Oh, here it is. The Disney Magical World 2. Basically Nintendo Land, but Disney.
Sounds like it'll be shovelware.
It kind of is. The first one is too. So, I mean, that's kind of sad, but that's the way it went. And then also, one game that both me and Romney are looking forward to, Project Triangle Strategy, got a release date of March 4th, 2022. So I'll bet we're both very excited about that. Let's see, Metroid Dread, that got an extended trailer, and I still haven't seen it yet. I don't know if I will, because we're like 2 weeks out from Dread. So maybe I'll just, keep myself in the dark. The other one that a lot of people want to bring up is Chocobo Grand Prix, which was Square Enix's, or Squaresoft at the time's answer to Mario Kart, is coming out to Switch in 2022.
Okay.
And it's actually based off of a series that was more successful in Japan called Chocobo Dungeon. Because all the characters are from Chocobo Dungeon. So that's coming, and people are happy about that. The Shadowrun trilogy, for people who are fans, is coming to Switch. And also, Rune Factory 5 is coming in 2022. So, there you go. That's the legit, or the highlights of that. And, I mean, some of it's good, but some of it's just like, makes you think. But until we hear more, Alex should get used to hearing this. Hello, it's me, Star-Lord. I'm I'm a Marvel Cruiser number 3! Yahoo! And what's funny is he still hasn't even unveiled his Mario voice yet.
Yeah, I don't think they will until...
No, he's already said, like, he's going to keep that secret. So, and you know what? I agree with him on this. Like, let us be surprised when we see a trailer. And then we can figure that crap out. But don't spoil it just yet. I want to wait. I also love that on Twitter, not only do you have the people against Chris Pratt, but apparently there's been a movement on Twitter and Reddit of the people who love the original Mario Brothers movie.
Right.
Who are basically starving for recognition. Because I guess Nintendo fudged, or Miyamoto fudged and said, like, this is the first ever Mario movie.
Oops.
You guessed right, Alex.
Well, I guess...
There's your gold star.
I mean, I guess technically, because we all know the 90s Mario movies, just Mad Max with Mario characters.
Yeah. That's all I have to say on the matter. Oh, no. I have also this to say. Monkey! So...
Classic.
Yes. Basically just saying, Nintendo, no. There is this movie, which I find very funny because I think it's very well known Bob Hoskins hated that film.
Oh, everybody on it hates it.
Actually, I found out later John doesn't. John Leguizamo. But that bit, he wasn't taking it seriously. So at that point, he was kind of good in that regard. But apparently Bob Hoskins hates it. So rest in peace, Bob Hoskins.
Yeah.
So
why does he hate it?
Because it's a terrible movie.
It's a bad movie, and unfortunately, Bob Hoskins, the only reason he ever gave before he passed away was that it's like the one stain on his legacy. Which up until that point, I think before Mario, he said the stain on his legacy was Roger Rabbit. I think.
No, I wouldn't think so.
No, according to him.
Not even
So,
that.
I don't know.
I doubt that, seriously.
But I mean, Mario is probably the stain on his career, right?
Yeah. I doubt he would. I kind of doubt he disparaged Roger Rabbit. I don't know. I'd have to see if he ever did, but I really doubt it.
So yeah, it's a weird deal. So I don't know why I did that, but I closed things down. Why did I do that? I don't know. Don't ask me about such things. I am the dude of the chat. Not the mistress of the chat. I am the dude of the chat. There we go. Crap, now I gotta bring everything back up. Damn it. I blame Alex. No, I blame Andrea. Why? Because I do. There we go.
Okay.
There we go. Now we have the chat again. Yeah, so, J-Rock, I actually saw that you got Skyward Sword HD. I hope you enjoy it. I still have my complaints with it, but that's okay. I will probably still play it through. But I will say this, like, I was hoping that the right analog stick would fix a lot of the sword problems, and unfortunately really doesn't. Like I was showing people when I was online on Thursday, it's basically like I'm just rattling around the right analog stick just to try and get a slash. So it's not necessarily fixing anything. But, I mean, it's still a good story. Like, we will eventually go over that, because here's the other thing that we can also talk about. I don't know if Alex wants to talk about it, but Breath of the Wild 2 might have had its title leaked.
Oh, yeah?
So, do you want to know it, or do you want to be in the dark?
I want to know it.
Okay. This is rumor. We don't know this is 100% certain, because we're probably not going to get any Zelda information until next year. The rumored title is either The Wild's Demise or Demise of the Wild.
Oh, okay.
So, Now, I could already tell you, like, that could have a clear Zelda
You
reference.
in the map of the divine beast.
But what do you
will see
think
several
if
glowing
that is the
points on
title?
map, which represent the terminals that control Ruta.
Oh.
Take Ruta, but
All
be
right.
careful.
Yeah, Mifa, I know. So, oh, geez, it could mean a lot of things.
Shut up, Alex. I have a crush on Link. I don't want to talk to you. But Link doesn't talk. Shut up!
I mean, I guess it's all going to depend on how, because we see how Ganon is affecting the castle. It's floating now, and all that crazy
Well,
stuff.
we don't know what, because here's the other problem. All the trailer footage that we've seen has been scattered. So we don't know where it is in the timeline of events.
I'm going to assume that's pretty early. I think a lot of it...
See, the general reaction is either we're going to start off with everything peaceful, and then the castle rises up, and that spurs Link and Zelda to go into the caves to look for the corpse.
Right.
Or they start exploring the caves, and because they interfere with the corpse, that's what causes the castle to rise.
That's my thought on
Yeah,
it.
that makes more sense, right?
Yeah, because in the last trailer we had just came out not long ago, we see Zelda fall into the abyss, so that has to
So-
be in the cave.
Here's the part that you don't necessarily know, because I don't think you've played that many Zelda games aside from Breath of the Wild. Demise is actually an important term to be able to bring up if it's accurate, because demise is actually... If this is accurate, then it means that the reason Skyward Sword HD was done was because they had this in mind. Demise is technically the first incarnation of Ganon.
Oh, okay.
Or Ganondorf. You can look at it either way. He's basically a dark god who was leading all of the evil forces in Skyward Sword, and at the end, he could look this up online, guys, and he doesn't mind being spoiled. So, at the end, when you kill Demise, he curses Link by basically saying that he will continue to hunt him until he is finally defeated. So basically, Demise is saying, explaining why Ganondorf and Ganon keep happening.
Right.
Because they are just the reincarnation of Demise.
Right, okay.
So at that point, a lot of people are saying, okay, if it's Demise of the Wild, does that mean... Because everybody's been speculating the corpse in question we've been dealing with is Ganondorf. Or Ganon. Is it actually Demise? We don't know.
So you think this could be a potential Skyward Sword sequel?
Well, that's gotten a lot of theory crafters going, and frankly, in a lot of directions that I kind of like. Because the theory is the whole dungeon underneath was created to house Ganon. And the theory crafters have come up with an interesting reason for that, and so let me bring it up. What if Hyrule wanted to stop the cycle of Ganon? What if they wanted to, basically put an end to the Curse of Demise? And so they made it so that even though Ganondorf was technically dead, he wasn't 100% dead, so he couldn't go reincarnate. And so that's the dark sin of Hyrule, and hence why the Malice exists, is because they tried to stop this cycle, and so at that point we might be looking at, another mistake the King Rome made.
Right.
Is that he tried to stop this. And to me, that's actually a really cool idea and concept. Because I'm not saying that I want to have Hyrule committing sins. I don't like that idea. But considering that this is all way above our pay grade, I mean, don't you think that the King of Hyrule, since he knows his daughter is part of that cycle, he wouldn't try to end it to keep her safe? Sure.
Yeah.
Of course he would.
Yeah.
But then at that point, the real question that has
there's
to be
spikes
asked
in here. What the hell?
is who's the good guy and who's the bad guy? Is Hyrule the bad guy in this case? Is the King of Hyrule the bad guy? Or is it still Ganon? it makes you think.
Yeah, I guess so.
So,
What the hell is happening here? Where am I? There we go.
There you are. And now let the Mountain Dew flow. Is it gonna flow? No, that never mind.
You're nearly there.
It's totally not been 3 months since we played this game. So, I mean, there's a lot to consider now, but I don't know if it's changed the equation much, because we just don't know the timeline of events. And I'm also... I'm just going to say this. I'm starting to wonder if time travel is going to be a thing in this game.
Could be.
Because we have cutscenes where it's actually based in the Breath of the Wild Hyrule that we know, but we also have moments where it looks like the sky-based stuff is in the past. And I don't know. That's another thing that plays into the Skyward Sword theory, is that we're going to the ruins of Skyloft.
Really?
Yes.
That's kind of cool.
So at that point, like, basically the ruins of Skyloft have been hidden from the world, and now they're open to everybody. I don't know. There's tons of theories that can go into this, but I mean, obviously the big one right now is, okay, so is Ganon really the bad guy in this? And I'm still gonna say yes.
Why would you think that?
That Ganon's still the bad guy?
It could be somebody else, but you never know.
No, I think, because here's the thing, is that, you know, you still do have the cycle of demise. So at that point, I mean, actually that would be a really cool way to end the game, I'm gonna say, like, if this is the final incarnation of demise, and that's, like, we don't deal with Ganon anymore. Because an unpopular opinion that I have, and I'm gonna bring it up to you guys, is I like Ganon. Don't get me wrong. I love Ganondorf. I love the mythos they've been able to do with him. But a lot of people forget there's also other great villains that have been made in Zelda, and we've never really fully explored them. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
For example, the one I want to bring up to people is Vati. Vati technically predates... Well, he doesn't predate Ganondorf. He predates Ganondorf, but not Demise. Vati was introduced in the Minish Cap, and then eventually became the villain in Four Swords Adventures. So at that point, you have other villains that you can go to. I mean, Age of Calamity created a whole new villain that we had to deal with, as somebody who's basically kind of leading Ganon's forces. I'm not saying I hate Ganon, but, you know, it would be cool to start messing around with some of these other villains. Like, you know, if this is a whole new canon that Onuma has set up, where does Vati fit into it? Where does Zant fit into it? Like, can we see Zant come back? Can we see Vati come back? Have I just bored everybody with me Zelda theorizing? Should I join the Zelda theory crafting community?
Maybe you should.
Probably not. A lot of the theories I don't necessarily agree with. Like, the one that I know a lot of people would be irritating is a lot of theory crafting has been done on Majora's Mask, and I don't like that game. I haven't liked that game ever.
Of course, yeah.
So, and also I don't like the theory that, basically the theory is Link is dead in that game. And everything that happens, it's basically like The Sixth Sense. And Link doesn't realize he's dead until the end. But in the canon timeline, Majora's Mask happened, and then Twilight Princess happened. So at that point, I have questions on that. Lots of questions.
Just one terminal remaining. I have faith in you.
I need your elven penis. By the way, guys, don't look up don't look up image searches of Mytha. The internet has not been kind to Mytha. Not at all.
That's why I made the joke last time.
Yes.
About the fan art.
Yes, don't look up the fan art. I unfortunately did not follow Alex's sage advice, and now I regret it, and my eyes will never be the same again. Because, you know, to me, Mytha is just the sweet character, and the internet didn't see it that way. The internet was more interested in having multiple relationships happen. One of which is still illegal. Hashtag incest is not wincest.
Incest is not illegal, though.
Well, in some states it is.
Yeah, I guess so.
Obviously, you know, Christian. But, I mean, he has an official charge of incest.
Well, he's charged with sexual assault, I think.
And incest. There is an incest law in West Virginia.
Well, West Virginia is full of incest.
Well, there's still a law. So, no, we're not going into Christian. I'm not opening that door. Alex, we're not opening that door, right?
No.
Okay, thank you. I can't open that door. We can't go down that path.
What's in the trunk? Okay.
Yeah, that's the sad reality. Is like I really wish we could get more details on Breath of the Wild 2, like as kind of a last thing to do for Zelda's 35th anniversary. But I don't think we're gonna get another direct about it until I'm gonna say January or February next year.
Could be, yeah.
Because I just don't like. I'm still getting into arguments about this. I don't see it coming out in like summer. I see it coming out in the holidays. Because they're going to take as much time as they can to iron out all the details. And make it just spit polish. Just everything they can do to make it awesome. And I'd rather have them do that. Oh, the other theory. I don't know if we've discussed this or not, but the other cool theory about Breath of the Wild 2 is everything that happens in that game is Link's fault.
I mean, it's always Link's fault.
No, this is like legitimately Link's fault. Suppose like the theory is that he Zelda tried to, because you know we have that scene of him taking the green hand onto his own.
Yeah.
And some people are actually wondering if Zelda tried to tell him, no, don't do that. Like, stop before it's too late. So she tried to stop him. He still took it up. Ganon wakes up, throws Zelda in the pit, and now the world is effed because Link. That would be interesting. It technically has not been done. I don't... Well, are you saying that it has been done, Alex?
I don't know. I'm just saying, hey, Link's the protagonist, usually.
Yeah, Link's the protagonist, but it's never been his fault, I don't think.
Ancient shaft.
Yeah, the one example that I'm thinking of was Twilight Princess, and no, that's not his fault either. It's the fault of evil Shadow Links and all that. We'll get there. Maybe by the time Twilight Princess HD comes out on Switch. Which, by the way, why is that not announced?
Who knows why?
Seriously, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, why are they not on Switch?
No, it's not up here.
That would be like the perfect way to get Alex to play those games. Is put them on Switch, and then at that point he has no choice. We're so nice to Alex. You will play the games I like! And you will like them. That's a lot of water. Do not let my daughters in here. They will freak out at the amount of water. Well, one would be scared. The other one would be like, whee!
That's a damn chest. I thought it was an eye. I
kind of thought it was an Eye of Malice, too. I'm going to give that to you.
Where is the last terminal?
I thought it was on the trunk.
I did too, but it's not here.
Oh, did you get that one already? Okay.
No, it says I still have it.
Oh! Is it on the opposite end of the trunk?
I can't remember where it is.
I think it is. I think you have to find a way to get to the opposite end of the trunk.
The opposite end of the trunk is the tail.
Well, no. I mean, because when it folds inward, like the top, that's where the shrine. Yeah, that's where the terminal is. I can see the top of it.
It was just up there. It's not there.
Well, you were at the top on the spout.
Right. Oh, okay. So it's on the.
Yeah, it's on the underside.
On the
So
underside.
if you got on top of that spout again, and then you move the, yeah, that would reveal it.
Do do do. Do do.
And everybody's gonna say like, Rucha's the easiest. Why are you gonna? Shut up. Everybody, or I think Alex's argument to me was that Naboris is the easiest one, and that was the one that I had problems.
Yeah.
That and Rudania. But Rudania was more just because I had to get used to the whole swapping around the body.
Mm-hmm.
And I had way too many times where I fell off. See? Right there.
Ah, yeah, there it is.
Ah!
Oh!
And,
Dead.
and Link died. The end.
The end.
And Hyrule.
Thank you, hon. Fist bump.
And Hyrule fell.
And Hyrule fell. The calamity
Has
won.
begun.
The future refused to change.
Yes. Why does that sound familiar to me?
Chrono
What?
Trigger.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. I'm like, why does that sound familiar? Damn it.
But the future refused to change.
Yes. By the way, so an interesting question for our live chat as well. Did this weekend break your wallet? Because for some people, you had Diablo 2
Oh, shit, I screwed
Resurrected.
up.
And then you had Death Stranding Director's Cut on Friday. And then you had all the Nintendo Direct announcements. I'm just saying, there was a lot of games that came out this weekend. I would love to know if it... I already know with Alex that it didn't break his bank.
No.
'Cause he was fine. I don't even know what the next game you plan on buying is, because you already got Colors Ultimate.
I actually haven't bought it yet because I've been holding off until I hear whether or not they patched out the bugs.
I think they did. I think that was planned like first week. Is to patch those out. But I mean, I haven't seen anybody do a Let's Play of it, so I don't know if they did. Maybe they're still working on it, and I don't know. Oh yeah, that. I can't even remember what's in there. Oh, that's
Ancient
what's in there.
Spring. Gee. Come on, I can go beat up Guardians without...
You can headshot Guardians for that, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. A Knight's Halberd. Ah, item cap rage.
Rage all day.
See, that's what should have been the legit award for doing all of the Korok seeds, is like unlimited inventory. Basically, they give you a bag of holding. That's just like its own dimension. But no, they wanted to give you the Golden Poop Award.
Pretty much.
Because they love you. Thanks, Koroks. Okay, there's...
How the hell do I
So-
get up there now? I forgot.
I was going to ask if you knew. I think you need to unblock the other one so that you can get over there.
You know what? I think I just revolleyed my way up. That's how I
Yeah,
got up
that's how
there.
you did it. Uh-huh. And so now you have to... Okay, so you can still use the waterfall to do it. So swim upward. And then just go straight that way.
Which way? This way?
Yes! Go... No. Not the way you're going. So... Like, up further.
Okay.
And that would take you to the trunk. But but then again, you'd need Rivali for that.
Yeah, and it's charging, so.
Oh, wait. No, that's not the trunk. My bad. That's not the trunk. I know giant robot physics, okay?
Oh, wait. You know what we can do? We don't need that.
Oh. You're gonna get rid of your Korok leaf?
I don't need a Korok leaf.
What, you don't love the Koroks? Just like you don't love Ocarina of Time? You bastard, Alex. How dare you not like Ocarina of Time? I mean Koroks. See, now I'm like diverting everybody off of me. Because Rising Sun already said he'd tell Twitter that I don't like Ocarina of Time. Which isn't true! But, okay. So, really quick, because I know a few people are going to be asking us about this. So, the Netflix Cowboy Bebop's intro got revealed. Did you see it, Alex?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Rivali's Gale is now ready.
I have, unfortunately. It didn't do anything for me.
Okay.
I know a few people are like, well, the intro will totally do it for... No, it really didn't.
God damn it.
See, we're almost there.
Wasn't this the complicated one?
No.
No.
This one's not that complicated. It's just where it is on the trunk. So we have to...
Oh yeah, did you have to adjust the trunk?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Please try to get there first.
But I fell off.
Okay, so now adjust it. Okay, so get that up all the way. And then... Oh, sorry. That's not what happened. Yeah, I'm just going to say the Cowboy Bebop intro is... Basically, they tried to mimic the original
Yeah,
intro,
I saw that.
and it didn't... To me, it didn't come out very well. Just because it's got more of a highlight on the character of the episodes than it does on the actual cast. And then they have that weird juxtaposition where they try to have animation with real life.
Yeah.
And the best example is at the beginning where Spike is lighting that cigarette and it's still anime smoke that comes out.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I know that that's not accurate. Like, we can have real smoke. It's okay.
Woo.
By the way, that's actually an interesting thing. How come we haven't had this thing taken down because of all the pro smoking that is in Cowboy Bebop?
Now you can stop the main control.
Like, why isn't the truth.org like literally protesting this? Now that I think about it. Because everybody smokes in Cowboy Bebop because that's their envisioned future.
That's true.
Huh, I didn't think about that. Oh, I have malice. Maybe that'll get rid of it on the top. So, yeah, there you go, because that's where the chest is.
Yeah, but I don't need it. It's just another Guardian part.
Oh, fine. I was just trying to be nice. Well, is it time for Water Blight?
It's time.
Yeah!
Woo!
You let it fall and it was like, hello, Link. And this is considered to be the easiest of the Blights. I don't know if you would agree, Alex. I would agree, but that's just because I had much more issues with other ones than this one.
Yeah, I think this one was pretty easy.
Yeah. Like, Wind Blight, I want to say, is pretty hard. Because if you don't get used to his rotation, then he will just wreck you. But the same thing is also with Thunder Blight.
That thing Ganon's creations. I put up as much of a fight as I could, but it proved to be my demise 100 years ago.
I was too busy thinking about you and your giant elvish penis.
I believe that you are well prepared for this moment. I have faith in you.
By the way, so they're considered to be guardians, right? Why can't you just shoot them in the eye and they're instant one kill with an ancient arrow?
I don't, because that would be too easy.
But that would be a cool little Easter egg, wouldn't it? I mean, the speedrunners would take total advantage of that. But wouldn't that be like a nice Easter egg?
Ow.
Yeah, guys, this is the extent of Water Blight. Teleports around, occasionally there's platforms. Alex apparently can't jump over a spear.
No, I cannot.
I don't know why, but you can't. Ah!
Oh.
Oh, one arrow and your Lazal bow is very damaged. Well, good for you. Good for you.
I shot him a few times already. On
Well,
top of you.
good. Good for you. This is what happens when I'm in charge of the chat. I just become an asshole, and that's like 80% of it. But yet, people find it entertaining. So I just keep doing it.
Come on.
Oh, and somebody just brought up another interesting comparison on Twitter. People were weirded out by Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu.
Really?
In Detective Pikachu, yeah.
Why?
Because everyone's like, really? Ryan Reynolds? So, yeah, that's been kind of the general consensus for video game characters that they're voiced.
Well, because
Bye-bye, Bo.
I mean, with Mario, you already have a voice. Why do you need to reinvent the wheel here?
Because Charles Martinet is not going to live forever.
Yeah, but
But, I mean, he's what, 70?
probably.
He's got to be in the 70s.
Yeah, but that's not. But you could still bring him out for the movie. Besides just a one-off cameo, which is what it's gonna be.
I think that was... I need to double check this, but I think that was by request.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Or maybe Nintendo just kind of looked at it and went, oh, I mean, you know, your best years are almost done.
I think it's just Universal's like, kids like the celebrities, right? That's what gets them to the theater.
Is Illumination owned by Universal?
Yes.
Are they? I
Yes.
thought it was Paramount.
But,
Okay.
well, the movie's being released by Universal, so.
Okay, well then, there you go. So basically what you're saying is Chris Pratt's trying to get everybody not thinking about Resident Evil Jurassic Park. Or Jurassic Evil or Resident...
Dino Crisis.
Yeah, Dino Crisis, thank you. They're trying to get people not to think about Dino Crisis the movie. Although I did read an interesting article. After Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, do you want to know what was a sudden upkeep in demand from Capcom?
What?
Dino
Crisis?
Because I saw a Capcom exec. It's like a U.S. guy that works in the Japanese office, and he was giggling about it. He's like, yeah, people were really asking for Dino Crisis for some reason.
Oh, that door's locked.
No, but
Be cautious.
there's other reasons to be worried about.
I'm
Because
not-
unfortunately, our youngest likes to climb things and create problems for herself. Oh no, it's bonus round. Not bonus round, round 2. I don't know what I'm talking about.
You know what also came out
This is
over the
not-
week?
This is not
Star Wars Visions.
Bloodborne ad.
What was that?
This is not Bloodborne.
Well, what did you say, Alex?
Star Wars Visions, that came out this week.
It did. And by the way, really? You used the kids' account to watch it?
I don't know. I thought I watched mine, but I don't know.
I don't.
Not
I
mine,
actually
mine,
forgot
but-
to make it on login for you. I was gonna say like use your dad's, but I just noticed one day, like, I was putting on little line signs, is like, Star Wars Visions is being watched. What?
Oh, okay.
Alex watched it?
I watched it, yeah.
So what'd you think? I've heard it. I've heard much like the Animatrix and other stuff like that, it's hit and miss. It just depends on.
It depends on the short, and some of the shorts are really good, others are kind of mediocre.
Yeah.
There's a really cool one that was like done entirely like an Astro Boy episode. It looked exactly like Astro Boy.
So the same animation style, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought that was pretty cool, creative. Yeah, there were some really good shorts in the mix, and ultimately, I liked a lot of it.
So how do they do it? Is it just one big movie, or did they make all of the shorts like little episodes?
All the shorts are like little episodes.
Okay.
And
I like that a lot better than just like one Animatrix DVD, and you have to kind of work your way through it. Because, you know, unfortunately with Animatrix, I hated the majority of them. I like Final Flight of the Osiris, but that was about it. Batman, that's hit and miss. I think I walked away liking 2 or 3 of them.
yeah. I
never saw the Halo one. So.
Yeah, I think I was the same with the Batman one. It's like 2 or 3 shorts I liked.
Yeah, and from what I'm hearing, there's like 2 really good episodes in Visions that Star Wars fans would really love, but the rest is just kind of eh. It's just like, hey, look, it's Star Wars anime.
Yeah. I'd say, I don't know, there's like 3 or 4 that I really liked, and there was, out of 9, let's see, there's 9 parts, so I probably liked roughly half of it.
Ooh, that was a good shot.
That was an awesome.
Sorry, that deserves a headshot.
Stop teleporting, you son of a bitch.
I know, right? That was cool. It was
Ow.
like, oh, and also, so Alex, I need to kind of warm you up to this idea, but in the podcast, we might have to do a fighting game deal with you involved.
Okay.
Because people want to know your thoughts on the Nickelodeon Smash Bros. Clone that is being advertised right now. I think it's out already.
Oh, yeah.
So we might need to talk about this and get your input on it. What do you think of it so far?
I haven't heard too much about it. I think I heard a
I've
little
seen
bit.
a few trailers. Like I saw Nigel Thornberry, Power to Toast Man, Ren and Stimpy.
Right. But I heard it lacks any voices, which I think is really cheap for Nickelodeon.
Yeah. I mean, that was just their way to cut money. I mean, some notable Nicktoons characters aren't in it yet. Because I think, what was her name, Jenny from Teenage Robot, she's not in it yet.
Right.
People were pointing out that, I think, is it Pepper Ann or...
Pepper Ann's Disney, so
No.
she wouldn't be in it.
Isn't Pepper Ann in, like, Chalk Zone or whatever?
No, that's...
I can't remember the main character of Chalk Zone. I think he's not in it.
No, he's probably not in it.
So there are characters missing, but not much you can do about that. Oh, look! A heart container that you will promptly avoid. Why? Because
Why would I
you
avoid...
like to make things harder for yourself. Not really. There we go. So that is 3, 6, 9, 11, I think. 2 hearts away, Alex.
Yay!
And then it's time. It's time for the sword that repels all evil.
Yeah.
The blade of evil's bane.
The magical sword.
Hello, Link.
I was gonna go with the white sword, you racist.
My spirit is now free.
But the white sword's not the ultimate weapon in Zelda 1.
No, but it's the one that everybody refers to now.
I am now allowed by this
Really? The white sword?
to be with you once
Just
again.
the
Yes,
white
because
sword
it's
alone?
white. yeah, for some reason people forgot that the Master Sword, the Magic Sword, all of those
Since I am
exist.
now a spirit, my healing power would be
We live in a
wasted
weird
on
time.
I have no need of it. So therefore, I would like you to have it. Please accept
Who are you again?
Mifa's grace.
So now you have Mifa's Grace, which, let's be honest, Alex probably would have benefited from having it from the beginning.
Eh,
Basically, it's a resurrect.
I haven't died that much, though.
I was awash in a pool of tears. I had nearly
Actually,
given
what was funny is you
and
didn't really
resigned
use
myself
Urbosa's
to being
Wrath.
trapped here
I did. I did
as the
once.
You did once, but like
for
you
the
didn't
rest
nuke
of
him with it.
eternity.
Because I used it up.
Here,
Isn't it
all
a 3
the
charge?
time I hope.
Yeah, but I'd already done two
Oh.
Urbosas, so.
Gotcha.
Promise me that
So it
you
was
will
still
not
charging.
hesitate to call upon my power if you ever find yourself in need.
Could you hurry this up? The
Let
water's
my
kind of cold.
spirit rest in peace. I must go. Ruta and I have
What?
now
His
rose to
his
the
half of his body's not submerged in
We are
water.
both honored to be
Well, he is
able
getting
to
kinda
play
cold.
the role of support.
Is he getting his pants
We will
wet?
annihilate Ganon
There might be some
together.
shrinkage involved.
Farewell.
Just saying. No, okay, never mind.
There was
It's only up
significant
to like his knees.
shrinkage.
Save the princess. Save Princess.
I'm just saying, guys, testicular shrinkage is a thing. Especially in cold water. Never say it isn't.
Yeah, didn't you see Seinfeld?
Well, not that episode.
You never seen that episode?
No.
That's what I figured you were referencing.
Nope.
There was significant shrinkage.
That was significant shrinkage, Jerry! No, ever since I heard that in health class, I always like to bring up testicular shrinkage. It's just one of those times where the Latin went too far. All right. So where's Ruta going to be? So this is 3 divine beasts that we now have aimed at Calamity Ganon. I'm sorry, Alex, say it.
Calamity Ganon.
Thank you. So we have Ruta, we have Meadow, and we have Naboris.
Naboris.
And now it's Rudania.
Rudania.
Although I have a feeling that Alex is going to want to get more shrines done before Rudania.
Yeah, I could use some more in.
Fire.
Because
Fire
fire
is, in
hot.
fact, hot.
Try and upgrade my Flamebreaker armor. Which is a pain because I gotta fight Hinoxes.
And with that one stomp, all of Zora's domain was washed out. No. That would be logical, considering giant robots.
Ruta, we found a way to be useful to you and the other champions, of course.
Oh my goodness.
Our job will be to
Mifa, I love you, but
stand
you are way too dependent.
however we can. Using your ability to drain Ganon of his power is key to our success. This
Ganon.
is it.
Actually, this was a good question I saw in a Zelda forum. I'll bring it up to you, Alex.
Okay.
Do you think we'll see the champions in Breath of the Wild 2?
Yeah, I think we will.
Save them away.
I don't know. Like, I could easily see the end of Breath of the Wild where all the ghosts are put at peace. I could easily see them kind of fading into the background and their successors being brought in.
Hmm.
So, like, more emphasis on Sidon and Riju and
I want you to
I can't remember
I have
the
always
Rito one,
followed
but
you.
like having an emphasis on them now.
Don't you worry. I wish
Maybe
I
they
could
become the
see you
champions.
The new champions.
even just once more.
And there you go, everybody. We have 3 divine beasts, 1 left. Alex is still going for that golden poop award, even though we told him not to.
I'm not really.
I didn't think he was.
Well, he's going for the 200 shrines. So,
Yeah, because that unlocks more extra content at the end, so.
yes.
Well, that's true.
And people have been asking if we're going to be doing the DLC stuff. And in order to do that, I think you have to do the shrines.
Yes.
So,
Oh, it's you! We met at Zora River. It's me, Little. Thank you for coming so quickly.
You owe me $20.
You listened to what King Dolphin had to say? Yes, so this is the cause of our separated Zora's domain. It's all
You
because
still owe
of
me
these
$20.
fruit. That's why my senior apprentice Frank and I are repairing the domain. However, materials are a bit depleted. Materials?
I just like Link's look. You still owe me $20.
Luminous stones. Blah, blah, blah. Okay.
That's also going to be an interesting thing to learn about in Breath of the Wild 2. Supposedly, luminous stones are the souls of the dead
Ooh.
in Breath of the Wild 2.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10. Referencing the perfect 10 Ty Gillinger, who is now Sean Spears, and very much happier in AEW. Did they just get pissed you unsheathed your sword? Yes. Alex! Do not perform a Skyrim. We do not need to have the village guards pissed off at us.
And kick us out.
And then have them wander all the way around Zora's domain but never get close to Link and then start screaming, "Why won't you die?"
And then he just shrugs his shoulders.
Link, you did well to survive your trial. I've been waiting your return. The violent downpour has disappeared, as has the threat of to Zora's domain. It is all little more than a bad dream now. Thanks to your efforts, there is no longer any danger of a great flood laying waste to Hyrule. You appeased the divine beast Varuta, and thus saved Zora's domain. Hey, look, he's smiling. We are all truly grateful. What you did for us is more than we could have ever expected of you. Link. Oh, Link, I sincerely apologize for being an old racist douchebag. That whole time you were thinking of Hyrule's and Lady Mipha's well-being just like the rest of us, and I was thinking of her boobies. All of the members of our council humbly fold our fins back in gratitude, along with the rest of our people. Perhaps the older generation of Zora, myself included, misunderstood Hylians after all. It would seem so. That said, I would be overjoyed if you could find it in your heart to forgive me. If not now, then perhaps one day. Link, I must reward your efforts. You cured the douchebag in him. Oh, that's right. You have to do this cutscene for the spear. Did you perhaps lose it when you lost your memory?
What sword?
You've forgotten that as well. There's a legendary blade. The Blade of Evil's Bane! Which we are getting at 13 Hearts, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I am proud for you fighting the Divine Beast alongside Link. Marvelous! You've grown much recently. I know you will be a worthy heir when your time comes. I thank you. Wonderful! The heavy rains have stopped, and the Divine Beast is our ally once again. Truly splendid! Wonderful!
Yes.
Ah!
You dislocated my shoulder, man.
No, don't make that joke. You just finished FMA, man. I can never thank you enough.
You ever seen the videos where people break out of bounds of the Divine Beast battle and take Sidon with them?
Yes.
It's kind of weird and funny.
It's weird. There are times when breaking when breaking the rule, the game's mechanics is fun, and there are times when it's just weird. It reminds me of when Game Grumps played DuckTales and the whole game broke around them. All right, grab that spear.
Grab that spear, but I can't because I got inventory caps.
Oh, yes, that's right. Item cap rage.
Big
Get rid of that.
Get rid of that damn torch. Nobody needs a stinking torch. There you go. Light scale Trident, which is Mipha's weapon, and actually is really pretty, considering.
Yeah.
And then you use it, and then you break it, and you're like, oh.
Well, I'm just saying it's pretty enough that it was, I'm guaranteeing, a caster weapon. So jeweled and ornate. He even has earrings. Guess that's the thing.
Link's got earrings because he's hip and cool.
Sure.
He's a lady.
Yeah, hip and cool with earrings. That's a thing now.
It was in our day.
It wasn't our day, yeah.
In our day.
Back in our day when we weren't old farts, Alex. You remember that time when we weren't old farts?
I do remember that time.
We were, in fact, not old farts.
Yes.
Which is funny to say, considering there is a bit of an age gap between you and me.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, we have one Divine Beast left. We have... I don't even know where we're at with the shrines. But I think we're a good distance in, aren't we?
Yeah, we got a fair amount.
So, yeah. Yeah, we got stuff to do before we end things.
Got so much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets?
It took me a minute to figure out what you were doing. Somebody wants... Could you make me a sandwich? I'd like the lettuce and tomatoes.
I ate the sharpest tool in the shed.
And there's Ruta. Now, what's funny is so you can, a lot of people don't necessarily know this, you can still use the ports for the Divine Beasts, but they don't put you in the dungeon now. They just put you, like, really close to it.
Yeah.
And in fact, one of the things that you do with the DLC is, like, a lot of Mythos stuff for Champion's Ballad is right next to where Ruta is.
Gonna mark this so I know where he is for later.
Mark him. And actually, we are running out of time for Zelda.
Oh, cool.
Now, one thing I also want to put, and I'll probably pin the comment to when these go up. A lot of people have been asking what. So when me and Andrea stream, we do it for full 3 hours on one game, and whether or not we'd consider doing that for Drak and Shadow games. I'm on board with it, but I mean it means that things are going to get done slower. So if you guys are okay with that, well, let me go ahead and bring Alex into that discussion before I start speaking for him.
I still prefer our 2-game format.
Yeah. We can still get crap done, and we can have a break.
Oh, you just barbecued him.
Yes, you did.
Barbecue Lizalfos.
Ew. What smells like burnt lizard in here? See, I was about to make the Van Helsing joke. What smells like wet dog in here?
Fox.
Hey!
Hey.
Hey, the fox had it coming. It knew who he was related to, and therefore why it should feel bad about that. Because all foxes are related to Fox McCloud. And they should all feel bad about that. Right. Yeah, so, I guess, yeah, I think that the next session that we're going to do here, if we continue to do the 2-game format, we're going to be probably just doing some shrine hunting in this, as well as taking down some bosses and continuing to beef up Link, because we will need to do that.
Ooh, speaking of, there's one on Hylia Island over there.
Is there? Is there a quest?
I believe so.
Uh-oh. Do we have enough time?
Let's see. If not, then at least we'll get it open.
Uh-huh. At least
Making
we'll
a
have
campfire.
That. We'll have Hylia Island.
We'll always have Hylia Island.
Yes. Yes, we will. And that one time where Andrea farted.
Right.
On Hylia Island.
That'd be more like you. That'd be more like you.
I don't fart. I burp. There's a difference.
But can I find it in all this fog?
You can. I believe in you.
That's
believe in you, man. I believe in you. No, what would actually be really funny is that all of a sudden Farash comes out of the water right at you. It's like, oh crap, it's coming right for us. And in giant words is just like, get out of the way. Pass by is like, Sunday driver.
Oh, speaking of, there he is.
Speaking of Farage.
There he is.
Dragon music.
I know,
And now
it's
everybody's going to fall asleep.
so pretty. I love it.
I have literally fallen asleep to the dragon music on loop.
And get knocked in, fall in the lava, and die.
Indeed.
Just kidding.
Whee! Yanaga!
Yeah,
You
Naga.
Watch your language. Well, now we're not kid-friendly.
Monster ingredients.
And we have a third little dancing animal. There we go. So shatter the heavens.
Shatter the heavens. Link. Sorry, Mika.
All right, the clock is on. Can you get this done in like 5 minutes?
I think so.
Okay. I believe in you. Yeah, you kick that bomb. Do it.
You're the bomb, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think you got it. I was going to say, didn't you have to break that and then...
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And now we ride it up. That's right, isn't it? Yeah,
Yep.
you ride it up. How are they going to do puzzle design in Breath of the Wild 2?
We'll find out, I
don't
guess.
know. I have heard rumors that shrines are going to come back, but they will have some kind of dungeon structure, too. So what I'm guessing is probably something along the lines of what they had in Champion's Ballad.
Whee!
I think
This is
I
one of the
lost-
things you can look forward
I
to
lo-
on Draken's Shadow, where apparently we're just inside each other's brains.
I lost my pants there.
Yeah, that would actually be funny. If you had to like, have a reaction to that. Like, oh! Yay! Alright, so we have now officially killed yet another Sheikah monk.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oxygen!
I'm shriveling up.
Just wait, and then Monk
So we've
Vascotia will be
done-
the avenging the avenging soldier of justice
We've done
on us for killing all the other ones.
61 shrines.
So we have 61, and I think there's what 123,
Thank you.
120, something like that. So we're officially halfway through
Woo!
the shrines. Nice work, Alex. Okay, so I think that's going to go ahead and do it for us. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have some dot hack GU.
That's
Until
right.
then, everybody say bye-bye to Andrea because she doesn't care about dot hack.
Bye, Andrea.
Bye bye.